Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Manchester United have just drawn their game against Aston Villa. It ended a 0-0. So let's go ahead and talk about it. It was a very important game for Ten Hag because the rumors were there, the murmurs from inside the club that if Ten Hag loses this game, he's gonna get the sack. And then you saw during the game as well, there were the entire board was present for this game, so it looked like certain that Ten Hag is gonna get the sack if they don't win it. And somehow he has managed to draw this game. But the thing is, even I would say that even if he has drawn this game, I still think if you really want to sack him, I think this is the perfect moment to sack him because you are going on an international break, and this is the time when you sack him and you can get the next manager in before the team comes back from the international break, so he can get to know his players, and he can start preparing for the games after the international break. But I think that is why I think the pressure was so much on it. And the game that happened, like it was a really boring game of football. I'll be very honest with you. I think both the teams both the teams really did not try, if I'm being very honest with you. I was quite surprised with Villa's approach. I'll talk about with them first about them, because if you talk about United, it's going to take a long time. So like Villa, they were at home. I thought that they were going to win. I think my prediction was a 2-0 win for Villa. So I'm quite a bit disappointed that Villa did not win. They were at home. They were high on confidence, defeating Bayern Munich in the Champions League in midweek, and I thought they would carry that momentum in this game. But during the game, like it was such a cagey affair for both the teams, to be very honest with you. Both of them kept on cancelling each other out. None of them was able to assert a dominance for like more than a couple of minutes. Every time it felt like one team is gaining a momentum of some sort, the other team would come back, and then that team would look like that they are gonna gain a momentum. But none of them were able to do that. I think in the like there were a total of 6 or 7 chances were created in the game by the both teams combined. So that just shows you how dull of a game we had to witness today between both those teams. I am not surprised from Man United, to be very honest with you. I'm more surprised with the way that Villa played. They were at home, and you would have expected that Emery knew that Ten Hag was there for the taking. The pressure on him was quite a lot, and I think if Villa had gone with like they did not, the drive was not there, the pressure, they did not really apply that much pressure to Man United, and I think that helped United to get a draw out of it. They themselves created a good amount of chances. United, I'm not gonna say Rashford came close a couple of times. Bruno hit the crossbar with his free kick, but overall I think it was quite a boring game, to be very honest with you. Quite a dull game, nothing really that exciting. I think the most exciting moment for me was Bruno hitting the crossbar. That was the only thing. Aston Villa side really nothing really that catches your imagination, like that gets you off your seat. All the chances that they created also were like mostly half-hearted attempts. Nothing concrete from them also. So I think it was a fair result. It was a very bad game of football. I'll be very honest with you. I really did not enjoy it. I think that the thing is, everybody was watching that game expecting a Villa win, and in a way you could say that it was a United hate watch for most of the fans out there, because everybody thought that United was gonna lose, but they somehow win it. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter that they did not lose, that they draw, they got the point, because the performance was really bad from United. It was bad from Villa as well, if I'm being honest, but I think it doesn't really matter because of where Villa are in the league and where United are in the league. It is now their worst start to the Premier League season ever. They have never had such a lottery of points ever. It was like it happened last year. The thing is, it is their first start to the season since last year. Ten Hag achieved this great accolade last year, and he has been able to break it just a year later. So that just shows how bad it is at the moment at United. The thing is, I just keep on cursing myself, because before the start of the season I thought this was gonna be the season where Ten Hag turns it around. I thought United were gonna finish a third. That was my prediction. But nothing has changed. It's the same old. It feels like we keep on saying the same thing. It's like the same old cassette in the radio over and over on repeat, and we are listening to it, and it's like just same like a popular song on the radio. It keeps on going and going and going, and it's like just it's the same for us. Whether it's me, whether you are other content creators on YouTube, whether it's people in the media, in the newspaper, people on social media, like it's the same old United. They cannot score one game, they cannot defend the other game, they cannot create. Like everything is wrong at that club. I don't know if it's the player, if it's the manager, if it's the management. The management has changed. You have a new management, you have sort of a new owners now in yours. What are they going to do? That is going to be a very crucial. There's a lot of people who want Ten Hag gone now, like the people, the famous content creators as well, and a lot of people who were pro Ten Hag as well. They are themselves now in a way they have also sort of backed off, to be very honest with you. And the thing is, you really cannot defend him at the moment. At this moment feels like like as an Arsenal fan, it feels like Wenger's last stage, to be very honest with you, where even the pro Wenger fans were like, okay, it's time for him to go, and I think Ten Hag's time has really come. I don't see how he survives this, and I would say it again, that if they have decided to sack him, I think they should sack him today or tomorrow, and to make sure they get a manager before the international break is over, so that he can come and get some info about the club and get his ideas starting. He can know about his team, but if they decide to go ahead with him and don't sack him now, then they should not sack him just after 2 games after the international break, because you just don't know what is gonna happen. It is diabolical at the moment at Manchester United. It was another bad result, but another bad performance. But yeah, it feels like, as I said, everybody sort of expected that. Now the only question that everybody's on everybody's mind is whether Ten Hag gets the sack. That's the only thing that matters for United fans, for everybody else as well. Like everybody's just waiting for that news to come. What is the board gonna decide? He in his press conference after the game. The thing is, this is what pisses off the fans even more, when he says stuff like this. I know one day it is gonna click and we're gonna score a huge amount of goals. Like, you couldn't score a single goal against Aston Villa, and you are coming out and saying stuff like this. This makes the fans even more angry. He should, I don't know, his PR training is really bad, if I'm being very honest. I don't know if it's arrogance, what it is, but he just sounds like somebody who really wants people to hate him. So like, a bad day at the office for Manchester United and Ten Hag yet again, and I think it could be his last one as well. And they are 14th again, like they are on 8 points. They are closer to relegation than being closer to the European places, let alone the top 4 or the title holder. The top at the top. They are more closer to relegation. That just shows you how bad it is for United at the moment. And if he does not get the sack, then he needs to perform some sort of a miracle, because I don't see anything from his team that gives me sort of any sort of confidence that they are going to do something good in the season moving forward. I think it is going to be a long, hard season for United, with or without Ten Hag, to be very honest with you. So yeah, that is it for me. Like, I think we are just waiting for the news for Ten Hag's future, and then we can talk about United. We are going to go to international break, so I'm going to make a detailed video about the entire United catastrophe that is happening at that club. So yeah, in this video, that's it from me. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the month of October ends, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.